So motivation, getting it done.
How do you get it done?
And you know what?
Sometimes it's hard.
That's what people ask me. I can tell them about exercise, but they go, well, great, but how do I do it?
Don't we all struggle with that?
Yeah.
It's a huge issue. So this is a great topic.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're talking about it.
No, we're
talking about it, yes.
So just a little background. Makris did a study on older people and found that they just don't address their problems sometimes. And there's really 3 reasons. One, they think it's inevitable. As you get older, if you have back pain, that's something you're supposed to have, right?
Right. I mean, people assume that, and that's not the case.
It's not the case.
Yeah.
Second, they believe that, okay, so if I realize it's not aging and maybe there is something, if I go to a physician, for example, he's going to give me medication and surgery, and then...
And I don't want that.
Well, right. Nobody wants it. Everybody's afraid of that.
Right.
So the answer to that, the first one, the answer is to know that it's not aging. Okay. The second is, if you go to your doctor, be your own advocate. Say, what about exercise, right?
Can I see a physical therapist? Can I exercise? Is it safe? Yes.
Yep. And, just say, I really want to see a therapist. Let me try that before we try the medication or the surgery. I think that's something very important that people just don't look at that option.
And I think and I'm so glad you're talking about this, because there is a big fear. If it hurts, I shouldn't move. It's just going to make it worse. And there is a huge fear of just movement through pain, but actually that's the thing you should do.
And I'm going to take the other end of it.
Yeah.
You ready for this? When you start to feel better, if you've had pain, you stop exercising too.
Right.
So it's at both ends.
You're
it's
exactly
too much
right.
pain, it's too little pain. It's right in that middle where you have some pain and you do the exercise and you feel better. Then you're hooked, but you got to get it on the other end.
And you have to stay motivated through that whole time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the third is that even if you realize that this is, the issue, back pain, if you put it in with all the other things going on in your life, and hey, as we get older, there's other stuff. You might, you might have diabetes, you might have a heart condition, back pain. It's sort of not as important. But the reality is, it's more important. Because if you don't exercise, your back pain's going to get worse, your diabetes, your heart condition's going to get worse. So you got to recognize that as well. So those are some important things to keep in mind before you work on motivation. And we have this action plan that we want to go over with you, which I think is going to help you maybe get a place where you're going to do your exercises. So
and I think it's not rocket science, but having a plan set in place where you actually have to verbalize it, write it down, think about it, and then do it. Then you're so much more likely to just do it. Yeah, exactly. To just get it done. So yeah, I mean, we have an action plan. We'll include this for you, so you have a link to it. And quickly, we'll just go through. But the questions are: how confident are you on a scale from 0 to 10 that you will actually carry out this action plan or this exercise program? And, rank yourself and be honest with it. And then you're going to take the steps through the plan to actually get it done. So you want to write down a long-term goal and a short-term goal. And your long-term goal could be something like, I want to stick with this plan for 6 months or 3 months. Short-term, I want to complete this exercise program 3 times this week. 3 times for the next 2 weeks. So make it measurable and really think about it and make it doable. Don't make it like this, somebody told me I should exercise every other day or every day. Make it something that you can do, not that you heard is the right thing to do. I think that's important. When will you do your exercises? So time of day?
So whatever works for you, morning, midday, whatever it is.
Days a week. And then if you can't exercise on your planned set time, what are you going to do about it? Like you have an emergency that came up or something happened and you couldn't do your exercises. Are you going to just skip it and think that, I've missed that, and then it just becomes this pattern of missing your exercises? Or are you going to do it that evening or the next day? Or maybe the next day I will do a little bit more.
Exactly.
So have a plan. If you missed it, what am I going to do to make up for that so you don't get off your plan? And then how will you remind yourself to do your exercises?
Okay, what do you do to remind yourself?
I mean, I think for me, having it when I exercise, it's pretty consistent at the time of day that I exercise. That's my reminder. As soon as I get home from work, before I do anything, I change into my exercise clothes, and then I know that's my time. My reminder is that change. If I sit down and check emails or do something, forget about it.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Consistency is good for me, but I'm even more neurotic. I actually write a list.
Oh, good.
And I put down a time when I'm going to do the exercise.
Okay, I love it. Okay.
But it's almost always the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, I think having a list of what you're going to do, even for the week, I'm going to do the cardio on Monday and Wednesday, strength training, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever it might be.
And I also use sticky notes.
Yeah, sticky notes.
So stretching is important. So I have little sticky, like people make fun of me because in my bathroom I have this note that says stretch because the bathroom door is like perfect for stretching.
Oh, I think that's perfect.
But everybody makes fun.
That's all right. I mean, they're really doing it secretly. They've learned from you, and they're actually doing the same thing. And then this is a good one. If pain increases with exercises, what do you do? I mean, don't get scared from exercising because maybe one thing hurt. So I think just trying something different.
Yep.
Modify what you do.
Right. And if you do something and again it increases the pain, that thing is something you shouldn't do, but maybe not everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And there's still so many things you can do that don't cause pain. So find what feels good to you.
Yep.
And then the last one, how and when and where will you actually record this? So is it, I'm going to check off my exercises as I do them? After I'm done? I think just keeping consistent with, like, actually keeping tabs that you did it and accomplished that task is important.
Yeah. I felt when I first started on, and I don't do it all the time, but when I start on a new exercise, I'm neurotic. I have a chart that has columns and days, and I check it off.
Yeah.
Once it becomes ingrained, then I don't need the chart. But initially, I actually have a little chart.
No, I think it's good, and I actually do it on my phone. Like I put it on my calendar. Like if I know I'm going to do a longer cardio workout, I map out my week, and I put that day on my phone, and then what days I'm going to strength train, so I know I don't have to think about it. Then you just go in and I look at my calendar during the day, and I know what type of workout I'm going to do. So taking away some of the barriers, making it easy, so you don't have to think so hard when you're getting ready to exercise. I think those are great things to incorporate in an action plan.
I agree.
All right.
So
that's great.
These are the
motivational tips for aging well.